Hi everyone, my name is Lawrence Greenaway and I'm running for BCA JSA Director of Community Service. Now, BCA JSA is it's my favorite club. I love it. I'm very passionate about it. Debating, I've grown so much as a debater and as a person in this club. I really want to contribute and help run this club as smoothly as possible. And that's why I feel, as Community Service Director, I feel that I will be able to get the club together on different projects and very fun events that we can do together, and such as like maybe different like walks or 5Ks or even things throughout the school. Like I know this year we did Project Cicero, and I think that it's going to be a really exciting year and I cannot wait to be a part of it. Alright, I think that's an excellent question. So first of all, I'm just going to start off by saying that we are one club. There's not the club members and the cabinet, we are one club. The cabinet just helps run the club as smoothly as possible. So I feel that everybody should get involved. I will try my hardest. I will, of course, like with the incoming freshmen, I will introduce myself, and I just want JSA, we're a big family. I know when I went to Winter Congress, I just felt like this huge, like, we are just a family. I don't know how else to explain it, but I want us to all get along, and I want to help BCA JSA become the best club at BCA, even though it already is the best club. So, thank you.
Hello, my name is Joshua Trifari, and I'm running to be your Director of Political Activism. Activism is the core of BCA. It's what makes BCA JSA students doers and not sayers. My core platform as Director of Political Activism is to expand Fight Apathy to more than 1 week. For example, we could hold post-thought talks around the school, which would insinuate discussion amongst all people of BCA. Initially, we could also hold workshops to improve public speaking. Also, we will continue the I believe in whatever, like I believe in funding the NSA, and we could also hold stages. Like we could also hold. Let's say you believe in defunding the NSA really badly. You can set up a platform where you want to defund the NSA.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin Shetty, and I'm running for your BCA JSA Director of Political Activism. And I think I could basically summarize my platform in a few sentences and basically saying that I plan to bring a lot more political diversity to BCA JSA chapter. And I know that a lot of the time we try to get keynote speakers and different ideas into our debates and things like that. But I think that the key is to get as many different ideologies into our debates and our keynote speakers as possible, so that we have a very politically diverse and knowledgeable chapter in school in general.
Hey guys, my name is Sarah Ha, and I'm running to be your Political Director of Political Activism. Many of you may not know me personally, but I am in the Business and Finance Academy, and I'm currently a sophomore. I've been involved with JSA for about a year now because I started this year. And I think the most important role of the Director of Political Activism is to provide opportunities and to learn and be involved in the subject of politics, but also to spark interest in each and every one of you. And I think an ideal candidate would be passionate, enthusiastic, but most importantly approachable, so that the whole chapter feels comfortable to come up to me and share their ideas or express their concerns or just ask me any questions. I'm definitely loud, I tell myself I'm approachable, but most importantly I value the importance of communication between the JSA cabinet and the JSA chapter members. As a Director of Political Activism, I promise to enrich JSA next year with numerous political activities and bring real-world politics into the BCA community. Thank you.
To express ideological differences in JSA, I think we should hold continuous debates. Some debates just can't be settled through 1 week of JSA, so why not just continue them? This would allow students to focus more on one particular subject that they believe in, and it would also express that BCA does really have a diverse group of political ideologies. We have people who are conservative, liberal, and people who are in between. So it would show that we are a very diverse group. Continuous debates will also allow people to feel really passionate about a certain subject.
So I basically I touched on that in my introduction, but I basically think that the easiest way to do that, or in One of the best ways to do that is to just introduce as many different ideologies and keynote speakers for the chapter conference, and work with the directors of debate to get as many different debates from different angles of issues, so that we don't end up becoming a hive mind of one direction political spectrum, I suppose you could say.
I think most of you know that BCA chapter of the JSA BCA chapter is heavily concentrated with people who believe in the left party. Like, they're more heavily influenced with like communism ideas, but I'm not saying all of you are. And I who personally am in the Business and Finance Academy, believe most of the opposite of what the majority believes within Club Hour. So basically, to bring other parties into interest, I think I should enhance more debate involving things, as in like not concentrate on, oh, today we're going to talk about this leader of the Communist Party, but instead we'll be like, oh, so what do you guys think, or what does your belief tell you to how to like analyze the situation? So instead of saying like, oh, we're talking about one topic, it's more open to any kind of debate.
Hi, I'm Justin Lemnetsky. I'm a sophomore in AAST, and today I'm running to be Director of Debate with
Ryan Murphy, a freshman in AAST, and together we will be your new Directors of Debate.
Yeah, so what we want to do next year is definitely continue to preserve the choice of debate for members of JSA. I think it's been a really great year with the Choose Your Debate system, and I think if we continue to provide debates that you actually want to debate, we can have an excellent year.
Under the new presidency with Mr. Monaco, we're going to have theme debates, but we'll be sure to make sure there's still variations so we can discuss whatever topics you want to discuss. Additionally, we're going to start having novice debates and debate training sessions for newer members, so that they can learn to express themselves just as well as you can.
So I think with this idea and various other ideas, including ideas from last year like debate interns, we can provide a year that is completely about your ideas and really exciting to every single member. So if you like those ideas, I urge you to vote for us. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Akash Garg, and I'll be running for the position of Director of Debate for the cabinet of JSA. And what I think about debating is that debating is a key to JSA. Debating is an idea that you can express your opinion and you can allow other people to listen to it, and it's a core, and it makes the Wednesday Club interesting and entertaining to be in. And it's the reason why why you attend the Wednesday clubs. And in order to have a good debating experience, you need multiple things. Like, what I believe is that in order to have an interesting debate, what we need to do is we need to have people recognize the complexity of the issues in the debate, and not the complexity of the issues in the debate, but the complexity of the issues, what they represent in the world surrounding them. And this can be achieved through information sessions, this can be achieved through, I know Monaco wants to do theme debates, so teaching people about themes.
So the way we're going to ensure this is definitely by ensuring that each and every member has a choice of what they want to debate. I think the Choose Your Debate system is the biggest protection against boring debates, because people actually get to choose what they want to debate, which is a really exciting part of JSA.
Additionally, because we are going to have this new debate system where everybody will learn to, more experienced members won't easily take over conversations, and we will also have, because of this range of choice, the ability for every single person to express their own opinion.
And on top of that, we're going to write really quality debates that don't lend themselves to being one-sided issues. I think that's an important thing that sometimes we have fell into, and we need to avoid that next year, and I think that Ryan and I can definitely avoid that with our debate writing skills next year.
Thank you, everybody, and we really appreciate that your consideration.
Thanks.
Well, you can have interesting debates, that's given, but I think another part of it is that, okay, we need people to understand the debates and not just focus on the talking points that are in the blurbs, but recognize the blurbs that as just an outline, and have people do research on their own, have people become interested in the topic they're debating. And this can be achieved by, say, getting the blurbs out earlier. This can be achieved through multiple ways. This can also be achieved through information sessions. And I believe that through these, we can allow for people to have an interesting debating experience because they will understand the issues they're representing, forming a complex debating atmosphere. And through a complex debating atmosphere, we will have an interesting debate because people will no longer focus on the talking points and the main arguments that are already given, but people will focus on the intricacies, and they will have something meaningful to talk about. They'll be motivated to talk about it.
Hello JSA, I'm Liam Kuhil and I want to be your next Director of Fundraising. I can communicate fundraising events properly to the BCA JSA community and to the school, with the help of Director of Communications of course, in order to increase a customer base for our fundraising events. This is very important because more revenue is more money that JSA can spend on our events such as our chapter conference or even putting into our trips. Anything we can do to get more money is better. Furthermore, I am open to all suggestions regarding new fundraising ideas because, let's face it, every club on campus does bake sales. JSA is unique. We're the largest club on campus currently, and I feel that if we have new fundraising ideas, it'll help communicate our ideas better and probably generate more revenue in the making. So I have a couple new ideas, but I'd like to hear your ideas too. And with that, I have to close. So thank you.
Hello, I'm Kevin Barry. I'm a sophomore in the Science Academy and I'm running for the position of Director of Fundraising.
Hello, my name is Daniel Gu. I'm in the Engineering Academy and I'm also running for the fundraising with Kevin Barry.
JSA is really important to us both. We both joined in freshman year and we've been in the club ever since. We've both been very active members. We've both been to multiple conferences. The reason why JSA is important to me is because it really helped me gain my confidence and be able to communicate my ideas clearly, and it helped me learn a lot about issues that I had not previously known about.
Now, the reason why we are the best choices and candidates for Director of Fundraising, we're currently the incubating Director of Fundraising, and this year, I remember starting out, Mr. Denver told us, when I asked what our situation with funds was, we had absolutely nothing. Yet, at the end, when I contacted Mr. Denver again to see how our funds were doing, we had over $3,000 in the bank.
We're able to donate to organizations such as Relay for Life this year up to $2,000, which is a massive amount compared to what we've done in the past. So, vote Dan Gu and Kevin Barry for co-directors of fundraising. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sanjana Sarneni, and I'm running for Director of Fundraising. I know that there's a lot of JSA events in the year, and I know a lot of people can't go to all of them, and mostly because they can't afford it. I know I wasn't able to this year because my parents couldn't spend that much money on the trips. And so, as Director of Fundraiser, I want to raise enough money so that we could reduce the prices, especially because they're going up every year. I want to be able to reduce the prices so that more people can be able to come, because that's the whole point of JSA, to let people debate and go to all these events and have new experiences with new people around the country. And so if people can't go to these on these trips like Winter Congress and stuff because of the price, I want to make sure that doesn't happen next year. So as Director of Fundraising, I will do my best to raise enough money to make the prices go down and so more people can come.
I think as far as why we want to run for cabinet, I think we genuinely care about JSA. We've been to many conventions and we really do want to see it do well. As we also know of many people who can't really attend JSA conventions and can't really get more involved because of monetary matters, and that's kind of what we want to change as fundraising directors. We want to give everyone the chance to go to these conventions and do what they want to do.
Yeah. I know that coming into the school, I didn't really know what I wanted to be a part of, but now that I'm JSA, I feel like I actually belong somewhere, so I just want to be more involved in the club itself.
We also work together really cooperatively. At Winter Congress, there was the famous Finding KJ event. I think we did pretty well. I think that's a good example of our work ethic and how we commit to things.
Also, I know that next year we're going to only be sophomores, so we won't have to deal with the stress that maybe juniors would deal with. So we would be able to commit more of our time to the actual club rather than I guess the other candidates.
We also have many fundraising ideas. We have everything from new t-shirt ideas that we can make available to all of JSA to a Dissing Sandy event where you would pay to say something funny to Sandy and he would respond to it. We also really want to publicize events more. We feel like not as many people know what they are, and we just want to give JSA a better image.
Hi, my name is Camille Tejeda, and I'm running for your BCA JSA Director of Fundraising. As Director of Fundraising, I plan on increasing the flow of money in the BCA JSA. Unlike the current directors of fundraising, I don't plan on basing my entire campaign off of fruitless bake sales, which don't really add to the funds in the long run. I plan on being part with the Director of Political Activism and creating fundraisers outside of school, as well as fundraisers simply for the club, for people in the club, such as fundraising wars or like personal fundraisers to decrease the prices of the tickets to go to the conferences outside of school.
So like I said in my main speech, I want to talk to the BCA JSA community because they're the ones, they're examples of the customers we're looking for. Not only people who want to buy things, but people who are interested in JSA. So instead of doing just last hour bake sales, we could even do car washes because think about it, a lot of seniors drive their cars to school and I think they can really be a base for our customers. If we do $5 for a car wash, that would generate a lot of revenue, especially among seniors who support JSA. Maybe we're in JSA, want to help out students who want to be better suited for coming to these conferences. So really what we have to do is we have to expand the base of our fundraisers in order to pay for these expensive chapter conferences and like Winter Congress, stuff like that.
So currently this year we have been relying heavily on last hour bake sales, but we raised, as commented by Mr. Dever again, to check the situation of funds, we have over 3,000 in the bank. Now, with further new ideas and otherwise, we can increase that even more and hopefully actually start to decrease the cost of trips so that it's more available to everybody.
Also, a great thing about since we were directors of fundraising this year, we know a lot about how the system works. There's a website where we can raise money through business organizations donating money so that we can get scholarships. And we have the advantage of knowing how that works so we can implement it more efficiently. We also have ideas to make the trips less expensive personally. Right now, the Model UN trip, Mr. Kramer gives food out to his kids that he buys and then they sell that to make a profit. We could implement something like that for BCA JSA. It's very similar to what kids do for Relay for Life when they walk around with boxes of chocolate. We can implement a system where we do that for JSA so that the trips can be personally lowered.
Well, a lot of other chapters, they're introducing new things to JSA. In South Brunswick, there was the dodgeball tournament thing. And I feel like our school could definitely do something like that and people would be interested in coming. So it'd be really cool to have events at our school that will help raise money instead of just having bake sales like maybe 3 times a year. That's definitely not enough money that's being raised, and we can definitely get more out of the school year. A lot of other clubs raise a lot of money and our club is so big that we could definitely do the same.
So the events that we mentioned before, I'm sure they will definitely help. Sandy is a very popular person in the school and in JSA, so I think that'll raise a lot of money. Also, we would try to publicize our events more because I noticed that people that are not in JSA don't necessarily know about the events as much. So maybe we would put on posters or communicate through social networking sites like Facebook. And we would just make sure that people are more involved even if they're not in JSA.
Big thing we want to emphasize is communication and awareness. We want to make sure that people do know what we're doing in JSA, that we are attending a convention soon, and we want to get everyone involved.
Personally, I have been to 2 of the conferences outside of school other than our chapter conference, and I know that they're a very great experience. I recommend them to everybody in JSA, but I know that most people can't pay for them. And unfortunately, I know that the bake sales don't necessarily work in the long run for paying off $200 entrance fees. So I plan on having people have personal fundraisers, such as people selling things for themselves and having fundraise wars so that people can fundraise for themselves and also have a fun time doing it. and kind of compete with each other, because I know that everybody in BCA likes to be competitive.
Hi, my name is Anna Prisco, and I'm going to be running for Director of Communications. I'm a freshman right now, and I've been active in JSA for 3 trimesters this year. JSA has been really important to me this year, and it has really made me a better speaker, and I really want to help more incoming freshmen do that next year. And to do that, I really want to have them be more in touch with what JSA is about, and I want them to be more active in things such as the trips we take. And to do that, I plan on telling them about the trips earlier on so that they have more information, and because of that I think they'll be more active, and I think that's the most important part, to communicate with them to make them more active in JSA. I think it's really important to let them know beforehand about the trips that are happening, because this year I know the trips were announced kind of late, and I think it would be a lot more beneficial if people knew about the trips earlier on, and therefore they would be more inclined to go on them as they would have more information about them. I think just informing people earlier about things about JSA and the MAS in general would be helpful in having them more active in the club.